A U.S. soldier stripped down, forced to sleep naked behind bars. Marine Corps officials confirmed it's what happened to Army Private First Class Bradley Manning last week. Manning's accused of leaking confidential materials to WikiLeaks. Officials say forcing Manning to sleep naked was, quote, situationally driven and not punitive. But at least one lawmaker is now comparing Manning's situation to Abu Ghraib. Congressman Dennis Kucinich of Ohio joins me live from Cleveland. I understand, Congressman, you're not happy about this at all.
Well, it's not about whether I'm happy or not. I've been trying to go through the Secretary of Defense office to meet with Private Manning to check on his condition. I don't take any position with respect to his guilt or innocence, but this is an American soldier who's held in an American prison, and he's been treated in a way that clearly violates his human rights, and this is being done, and apparently it's okay with the Pentagon.
You have made sure to point out the Army manual here, and it says, if used in conjunction with intelligence interrogations, prohibited actions include, but are not limited to, forcing the detainee to be naked, perform sexual acts, or pose in a sexual manner. Reportedly, what happened to Private Manning was that for hours on end, not just that he had to sleep naked, but that when he was called to attention, he had to stand at attention without any clothes on. Is there any way that the military, in your mind, could have a good excuse for doing this? They've said it absolutely did happen, that it happened because of, again, situationally driven reasons.
Well, it appears they're trying to break him. I mean, this is not defensible. There is no way, stretch of the imagination, that this could be allowed or that this should be happening in America. I'd like to see any other prisoner anywhere in this country who's being subjected to that where there wouldn't be cries of outrage by the public. Everyone's presumed innocent until proven guilty. And I just want to say one thing. If I had a chance to talk directly to Secretary Gates, he's at the end of his career, Secretary Gates. It would be a shame to have a blot on his record which suggested that he suborned human rights violations. There will be consequences under the law for Secretary Gates for continuing to be complicit in the way this soldier is being treated.
And there are critics who say that there's a real delay here in even getting Manning into a legal proceeding. Are you concerned about that?
Listen, anytime you look at the way this thing has been handled, it's always been handled in ways that are irregular. The fact that he's kept in confinement 23 out of 24 hours a day, the fact that he's had to wait at least 9 months before he knows what his charges are, and then the fact that there's been no definite day as to when he would, I'm not aware of a day that he's been set to go to trial. I mean, this whole thing has been handled in a way that's not been regular. And how about the video that Mr. Manning is supposed to have been instrumental in releasing that shows all these people being killed in a raid? And some of them were innocent journalists and innocent civilians attacked by a helicopter gunship. No one's had to answer for that. I mean, you know, we have to start asking ourselves, why isn't our government leveling with us about people who are trying to get the word out about what's happening? Again, I don't have any position on Mr. Manning's guilt or innocence, right, but the way he's being treated raises questions about the Pentagon and about Secretary Gates.
Congressman Kucinich, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you taking the stand. Thank you.